Hey everyone, Poke Playtime Alan here, bringing you another PTCGO video. Now, I know in the last video we did a code comp, and I'm just going to let you know now that there will be more information on that later on in the video. So, you might be wondering, why am I calling this a tool drop killing deck when I'm not playing a tool drop deck? And the reason for it was, last week I was online a few times and all I played was tool drop decks with the Trubbish and the Citrus Glyph. I will be able to say that one day. And it was actually kicking my head. I was going to say something else. It was beating me non-stop. And I was just like, there is a counter to this deck. A fun counter, not your conventional counter. And I was like, and I'm going to make it. And I did. I'm playing Blastoise Salamence with a touch of Suicune in there as well, as you'll see. So you can see in my opening hand here, I've got the heavy ball, I've got the rare candy, or I don't have the heavy ball. Why did I think I had the heavy ball? I don't know what I was, or I should get it now after I use this Sharon. So you can see, I'm in a good position from the get-go. I've got my Toys out, and then I Juniper. I don't Sharon because I get an Ultra Ball now. And what I was trying to do with that Juniper there was Candy, Salamence, and a handful of energy, because that turn would have gone a lot better and that Squirtle would have been in a lot more trouble. As you can see here, I Junipered into nothing. I'm in a bad way right here. So what I'm going to do is tell you a little bit about this deck. When I recorded this, I ran a 3-1-3 line for Squirtle, and I ran a 4-2-3 on Salamence, Bagon Salamence. The reasoning for that was because you just never have enough candies when you're running 2 stage 2s, and that's the problem with this deck. It's just too slow to set up. But here's the saving grace of the deck. That's Suicune. So the only reason I run DCEs in this deck is for Suicune, or a get out of jail free card for me when it comes to Salamence, because Salamence attack is 4 for 100. But when it attacks, it destroys all stadium cards in play. That isn't the important part. When Salamence is played down onto the field, be it from Rare Candy, from Evolving normally, it wipes out all tool cards on your opponent's side of the field. Now, if you're playing a smart player who's using Masquerena well, they will hold back some tools. But I did manage to play one person, but didn't get the game recorded, where they actually didn't, and I wiped off like 15 tools just from one Salamence, and they were literally left with nothing to do. So as you can see here, the only reason Suicune's in the deck is purely to wall. Now I'm really unfortunate in the sense that I don't have a silver mirror at the moment, because the only thing that can hit me is that Kyurem at the moment, or if he decides to promote the Blastoise. But yeah, most people aren't likely to do that. So you see here, he catches up and he hits the Suicune for 30 and the Bagon. So right here, I have a few things I can do, but not really a whole lot. This guy that I'm playing, I actually played I think twice in the one day. I played for like 7 hours yesterday to try and come across one tool drop deck, and I came across one while my capture had crashed for the 100th time yesterday. But anyway, I get my Bagon evolved. I'm trying to get my Suicune back up. Looking at the catcher going, pull up the Keldeo, because he can just rush in anyway. And then I'll Juniper and try and get a fresh hand, see what we can do from here. So I've got more Squirtles, but I'm very cautious about playing down to the bench now. I've got to be really worried about that Frost Spear. So I'm just going to attack. And boom. 2 prizes. Now, with this deck, I'm not saying it's a good deck. it really bugger, and there he goes again. This is an awful, awful deck, but when it works, it works. When you can get Blastoise and Salamence out within turn 2, it's interesting. Like 4/400 is horrible, but with Silver Bangle and I was thinking of throwing Iris into the deck and stuff. There is ways that you can pump it up, and you can kind of stall your opponent as well, because there's no EXs in this deck. I did run a Keldeo EX, but I switched it out for a Suicune, and it was much better. You just have that wall blocking your opponent's EXs for a turn or two until they do something about it. So you can see here I've been forced to put my Blastoise up front, but I have a Silver Mirror on it, so hopefully that'll buy me some time. Now I'm going to tell you about the code comp. Last week there was a little bit of confusion. I said at the beginning of the video, okay guys, I'm going to do the code comp now, and I just want to say, next week's video is me versus Kieran. Who's going to win, me or Kieran? Some people got confused. Some people said that it was for that video, they were saying I was going to beat the guy I was playing in the video, even though it's an already recorded video and you could have skipped to the end to see that. So, and then people were just saying you won and all this. There was mass confusion. Now, everyone who said you won, I'll just put into a draw in a video coming up in 2 days maximum, because it's going to be part of our update video for October. So here you can see I'm bringing out another Salamence. Sorry, I'll get back to my point in a second. With the candy, but unfortunately he has no tools out, so I don't get to knock any out of play. And now I've got the problem of, okay, I gotta power up this Salamence. The only reason why I evolved from the Bagon was because I just did not want to be Frostbeard for 30 and be down another prize, when I know I could have put it on the other one. I should have put it on the other one, but yeah, I was just trying to stop him drawing an extra prize. So anyway, what I'm gonna do is do another draw. The winners from the last week's video, which is that competition's now, I'm closing it as of now, and there will be a new code comp after in the September, or sorry, why am I saying September? It's October. All these new months, I can't keep up. In the October video, and you guys will find out the question and find out how to potentially win a lot of codes. The other thing is we are over 100 subs now. This is crazy. Our channel just kind of like we kind of set this goal in August, and we reached it. Well, we set it in end of July to try and reach it by the end of August, and we made it by the end of September. So I'm counting that as a win. I just want to thank you guys. If you're watching this far into the video and you've watched from the beginning, I just want to say thank you. We appreciate every comment, every like. So far we haven't had a single dislike. Please don't change that. We really hope you are liking the videos. So as you can see, he actually called my bluff, and he just captured up my Salamence and used that 120 attack, if I could remember its name right now. I want to say, well, Frostbeard is the 131, I don't know. You guys know what it is, but you can see his bench is fairly loaded. He's got his toys, he's got a War Turtle, Mewtwo, and another Kyurem. And right now, I'm looking at my cards, I'm going, I've got nothing. I've got nothing. And this deck was completely just built to beat Trubbish Tool Drop. That was it. If the record on this deck is something like 3-20, and it was, I beat a Blastoise deck because I was able to get knockouts on the Black Kyurem EXs. I got another one because a guy clicked out of the game, and then a Trubbish. So, as you can see here, I have no idea what to do at this stage. I want to drop that silver mirror, but I'm not able to because there's already a silver bangle. And yeah, I'm just sat here going, okay, let's see how many cards left in this deck. 14, and I've got 7. Now, I do run 3 or 4 ends in the deck. The reason for that, I was running Bianca's, and I was never using them. So you can see here, Skylas, Switch, Mewtwo. Now, I think he's only able to hit for 100. Yep, he only hits for 100, so thankfully I do get another turn, and oh, capture. All day, see that little blip? The capture would do that, and I would lose footage. I have so many half-game videos, and it's really frustrating for you guys, because I get so many good videos, or have so many good games. So you can see here, I'm just like, okay, my opponent doesn't realize they can retreat, or is just refusing to retreat. I'm going to catch her out that Kyurem again, and end, so I can get a few more cards back into my deck. I'm trying to play as little as possible, and oh, he gets the switch, and that's it. That's game. I can throw down the Squirtle, throw down the silver mirror, but that's it. Like, I've got nothing from here. I'm just hoping that he decks himself out. I'm gonna hit for a huge 140, but he hits for a 120. I draw. I didn't pull the other end. I pulled a silent or Killian, and that's it. He's gonna just hit me for X ball, and that's game. Now, that was a really good game for this deck, but I hope you guys have enjoyed my idea for this deck. As I said, code comp is further back in the video. Be sure to go back and check it if you missed it. And thank you guys so much for watching and for getting us to 100 subs, and later.